Hello YouTube! Welcome to the Yogi Myers edition. We are stealing Chandler's YouTube channel today. Chandler is a big prankster, as I'm sure some of you who watch frequently have noticed.
Honestly, is this a joke?
Yeah.
What? This is a joke? Oh my god, I was like, yo, there's no way this is real.
I don't even know how to respond. I think you guys will feel the same way that I do, but let me just show you this. It's infuriating. Like, that's actually gonna be poisonous if it's coming off that metal roof, Jack.
You're joking.
And so we're gonna pay him back big time. We're also gonna talk about how he and I became good friends, and then I'll share my top 3 pieces of investing advice and kind of some stuff that way. So make sure to follow along. Oh, also, he always thinks his Ferrari is so cool, which it is. I mean, it's pretty sick. It's hard to beat a Ferrari. But I know that the men and women out there like this truck maybe just as much. Oh. That was anticlimactic. I'm just gonna hop in and start it. There we go. We just closed on a small house up in Ashton, Idaho on Friday, and we're converting it into an Airbnb, so I'm excited about that property. It's my 10th single family home, including my house, and my 10th loan. So I'm officially maxed out on personal loans, which is kind of sad, but also kind of exciting. And right now, James and I are heading to pull off the most epic prank on Chandler that he has ever even thought about. He has no idea that this is gonna happen. But James and I are going to the store, and we are going to buy spray paint. And then we are going to go mark our territory on Chandler's new house. And it will be there forever. It's gonna be awesome. It'll obviously get covered up with drywall, so it's really not the end of the world for him. But I know Chandler, and I know that this is gonna get his goat good. While we're driving, I figured I would talk a little bit about how Chandler and I became good friends and almost like brothers. Chandler is a year older than me in high school. He graduated from Skyline High here in Idaho Falls in 2009, and I graduated in 2010. I mean, we were good friends, but I didn't ever really hang out with Chandler. He was he was kind of the guy who, he always had a crush on my girlfriend, and so I always kept him at arm's length. He was super hardworking. He was an honest dude, like just a good person who, you know, never got into big trouble, but always knew how to have a good time. He did really well in school. He was, I mean, let's face it, he was medium athletic. He made the football team. You know, Chandler graduated and went on a mission for our church, and he was gone for 2 years. And then I left the year after that on my mission. I went to Mexico. When I got home, I started hearing all these crazy stories of Chandler going out and selling pest control and making insane money. And had it been anyone else, I probably would have been skeptical, because it does seem weird that someone so young could make, you know, great money. But I knew Chandler, and he was an honest dude, and he was good, and so I knew that what he said was legitimate. And I also saw him come home and buy a fancy truck and, you know, buy that condo that he talked about in one of the videos. And so I was shooketh beyond belief, because I thought to myself, if Chandler, everybody watches YouTube and they think Chandler's this, you know, legendary figure who owns all this real estate. I know Chandler from high school, who, I don't know how to put it other than that he was a goonie. Like, I love him, but he was a little bit of a goofball. I always thought if Chandler could do it, I ought to be able to at least do okay. He talked me into going out and selling with him, and that was 7 years ago. He'll tell this story a different way, but this is the honest version, I promise. He was so messy, okay? Chandler would leave his dirty laundry all over. That kid was all over the place. But we had a great summer. Chandler sold 450 accounts that year. I sold just over 300 accounts that summer, and I was hooked. I didn't make what he made his first summer, but I made close to $40,000, and I had no idea that that was possible for someone my age. We kept growing it active and selling more every year, and, you know, leading big teams, and he got heavily into real estate investing. which then helped me get more and more into real estate investing. James, what kind of color should we do? I'm thinking a little fluorescent green. Corvette. This is close, isn't it? I figured I'd tell some super, like, embarrassing stories of him from high school. So Chandler was really well liked. Like, everybody loved him. He was a nice guy. He was, you know, he was fun. His little brother was really cool, so Chandler kind of got some of the stardom from that. But he also was a goon. And I think people watch YouTube Chandler and they're like, oh, this guy has it all together, you know, he drives this cool car, he's fancy. I honestly think that half the reason Chandler has pushed himself, you know, as far as he has in the business world is because he has a chip on his shoulder from high school, because he was kind of a goon in high school. So these are back in like the, you know, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, get low, like those songs, okay? So every time we would go to a school dance, without fail, Chandler Smith would wind up in the middle of the dance floor with 0 girls around him, just twerking like it was nobody's business. And you wouldn't believe it, but Chandler can actually twerk incredibly well. He is fantastic at it. Maybe if this video gets enough likes or something, we can get Chandler to post a twerking story. I don't know. We'll have to see. Embarrassing story number 2. And I don't know where this one came from. Whenever Chandler would show up somewhere, he would do what he coined as the mating call. You know, he shows up for football practice or shows up for lunch where everybody's at. The start of a school dance. All of us friends get together on the weekend. And Chandler would do this mating call. And you guys have heard his laugh. Chandler's laugh is ear-piercingly loud. The mating call is as loud as his laugh, and probably even a little bit louder. And so anytime we would show up anywhere, Chandler would go, oh! I'm really thinking we have to figure out how to get him to do the mating call. Another fun fact about Chandler, he showers on average like 2 hours a day. Legitimately showers 2 hours a day. I think we should do some Yogi artwork in his bedroom, especially in like the bathroom and the shower maybe. And then I think we should paint his cars in the garage. So what do you think? How's it going? Good, how are you? It looks like we made it past the guard. I'm like a little nervous. All right, Chan, welcome home, buddy. Congrats on the new house. This gives me a whole new appreciation for graffiti artists. It's actually really difficult. That's pretty good. All right, should we call him? Hey, buddy.
What's up?
How's your trip?
It's good, but I'm nervous. When he's coming.
I did a little custom artwork at your new house and I wanted to show you.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was gonna be a lot worse whenever you were up to.
Oh, well, this is just the beginning, buddy. Oh, it'll probably go on for a while. This can's still got a lot left. That's called vandalizing in style. right, guys, now that we've had a good time and we've absolutely annihilated Chandler's immense castle, that thing can't even be called a house, I promised Chan that I would give at least a little bit of advice on real estate, because obviously that's what his channel's supposed to be about. I've invested for like 3 or 4 years now, and I currently own about $4 million in real estate. I'm gonna share my top 3 tips for what they're worth. Tip number 1, don't wait too long to invest in real estate. Like, if you're a new investor, always look for the home run, but don't sit on the sidelines. If you find a good base hit, if you find a property that cash flows well, that meets your criteria, jump in with both feet. Over time, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, anything that you buy right now will turn into a home run. Anything we would have bought 4 years ago would be an absolute steal in the current market that we're in. So don't wait too long, especially when you're getting into real estate. Tip number 2, who you surround yourself with really matters. Chandler, I tease him and I give him a hard time, but I am forever grateful for my friendship with Chandler Smith. I don't know if I ever would have gotten into real estate investing had it not been for him. And I can certainly say that I wouldn't have done as well with real estate investing had it not been for that friendship. So find people and make connections with individuals who really want to get into real estate or are doing what you want to do, and that will change your life for forever. Tip number 3, this is kind of I guess it's not directly related to real estate, it's just incentive to buy it. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy real estate, and real estate brings a lot of peace. The state of the world's crazy, and obviously hundreds of thousands of people lost their jobs last year, which is terrifying. But if you can get to a place where you own even just 1 or 2 properties that are rentals, and you know that if everything falls apart, you could move back into one of those properties and maybe rent out half or whatever you have to do and cover your living expenses, that will give you such a peaceful foundation. And to me, that's like my favorite part. Like, I love knowing that because of what I've done in real estate, even if I lost my active income, if Active fired me tomorrow, me and my family would be good. Like, we'd be totally fine. Obviously, I don't want that to happen. I'm going to keep working hard, but that's my favorite part about real estate. So make the sacrifices now. Don't buy the Yeezys. Don't buy the crazy car. Don't buy the flashy vacation. Like, have fun, enjoy life, but set yourself up for the future by investing in real estate. I promise it'll be worth it 100 times over. And so those are my 3 little nuggets of advice for what they're worth. All right, everybody, we had some fun. We made a little mess. It was quite an adventure. I guess this is the end of the video. If you want to see Chandler's twerk video, make sure to let him know in the comments. And thanks for tuning in.